Okay, good morning. Welcome, everyone. My name is Dale Bowden, and I have the honor of chairing the Louisville Regional Airport Authority Board. And thank you for joining us this morning. And before we get much further, I want to make a couple of recognitions and acknowledge some folks in the crowd. Lisa Siebert and Cleo Battle from the LRAA Board, Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher, our Executive Director Dan Mann. Let's see, we got Ben Pratt and Jeff O'Brien from tourism or from GLI and the mayor's office, as well as other VIPs. Sandra Frazier will be up shortly, representing LRAD. And then we got the airport team here. So today we're here to announce something new and the continuing momentum from last year at Louisville Muhammad International Airport. I think we've all heard Dan speak before about how he wants us to be the best airport in the country. And with this past year and today's news, great things are continuing to happen at SDF, and the success is moving forward. As a quick reminder, last year SDF combined and welcomed 2 new airlines and announced and began service on 14 new routes. So today we're celebrating nonstop flights to 37 destinations, the most in the airport's history. We lead the region in recovery capacity recovery. The first quarter of this year, we had 101% of scheduled seats compared to 2019, and 2019, I believe, was a record year. So we've got a lot of good news and positivity at SDF, and today we get to announce some more good news. There's a lot more good things on the horizon that are happening at our airport and in our community and our region. And I asked Natalie last night, I said, how many of these have we done? Is this, we're up to almost a couple of dozen. And so this is the next episode of the Dan and Anthony show. And with that, Dan, please come fill us in.
We're trying not to get canceled. Thanks, Dale. Appreciate it. 3 years ago, we designed these very dapper derby jackets, and we had a couple things in mind. Is one, to celebrate our 3-letter identifiers for cities that we have, and be a little bit aspirational for cities that we don't have. And we've since added Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale, Boston Service, LAX, and today we're here to add another city to fill in our jacket, and it's on Breeze Airways. Breeze is one of the new airlines that started last year, and they're adding San Francisco service. So very, thank you. Very proud of that. When I came here, San Francisco was one of the 4 cities that we needed to fill in. It was LA, Boston, San Francisco, and Seattle, and so this is the 3rd city of our top 4 list. And so big thanks to Breeze. They will start the service on May 27th. It will be 2 times a week, Monday and Friday, and it'll be on their brand new Airbus A220s. These are the most fuel efficient, quiet aircraft, and what Breeze calls nice, nicer, nicest is their capacity and fare buckets. But basically, it's first class service and everything else. And so we're very, very excited about Breeze San Francisco service. We're very excited to be able to fill in another city on our jacket, and we know we have a few more to go. So that's that. I also want to give a big shout out to Breeze for what they're doing for our Derby capacity. They are adding 5 cities during Derby, 190% capacity increase, and it's not just Breeze. We've been working with all the airlines, and again, proud to say that people are ready to come back to Derby. They're ready to come to Louisville and have a good time. And this Derby will have the all-time capacity record for our airport. So, yep. So Cleo, we're going to get some people in town visiting. We are already seeing the capacity, again, all-time record, and what we're seeing for advanced bookings, it looks like they're going to fill up all those planes. So congrats to Breeze for San Francisco, all our airline partners for what they're doing for us for Derby. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Dale.
Thank you, Dan, and congratulations, Anthony and the rest of the team on this news and helping position Louisville for great things and better things to come. And speaking of our city, I have the pleasure of introducing Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher.
Well, thank you, Dale. Good morning, everybody. This is another great day for Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport in our city as we reach out to even more cities in the country. These have long been goals that we've had, and it's just great to see the goals being ticked off one at a time. So, Anthony and Dan, great job to you and the entire team here. When you think about the good economic news that we've been having, it's really been plentiful for this past year. By the end of last year, we had announced the creation of nearly 4,000 new jobs and about $1 billion in investment as a result of Louisville Forward's business expansion and attraction efforts. Good job to Jeff O'Brien and his team here. That was last year. Already this year, companies have committed to adding nearly 1,600 new jobs and investing over $470 million in our city. So this is going to be a very strong year for us in 2022 from an economic development standpoint. Obviously, today's announcement does nothing but boost this. San Francisco, the Bay Area, has been a really good area for us in terms of venture capital connections with our startup community around here and with the nation-leading location that Louisville has with wellness and aging innovation. It's going to expand that even more. So some people think about tourism with announcements like this. I also think about business, so it's been a great move. Speaking of urbanism, tourism, leisure travel really picked up in 21, and that is continuing in 2022. It is clear to see when you talk to people that are from out of town and you ask, why are you here? There's just a pent-up demand for people to get out and see the country after the last couple years. So Ali International Airport has really been a beneficiary of that, already breaking the record-breaking years we had in 2019. So these are signs that a city is rebounding. The economic momentum and the tourism momentum is undeniable what's going on in the city, and it's good to be leading part of the country with these efforts. Had a couple other announcements just this past week that are going to do nothing but increase visitors here. We've got a great reputation as a foodie destination in the country, and last week we were named #1 in the nation for being able to dine out on great food without blowing your rent budget. And we also were named the best food city in America by Wallet Hub. So kudos to our chefs and our restaurant scene, obviously our bourbon scene for combining all that in what we call bourbonism. Want to thank just all the folks that goes into this. The airport team makes this look easy, but it's not easy. A lot of focus and continued work on this. So I want to thank the Louisville Regional Airport Authority and the board of directors here. I want to thank Louisville Regional Airlift Development, represented by Sandra Fraser and her team here today. Thank you guys. Dan Mann and Anthony Gilmer, who's doing a great job transforming relationships that he's built over the years into strong partnerships, and we're starting to see the momentum pick up here in terms of even more direct flights. I mentioned my economic development team at Louisville Forward. Thank you. GLI, thank you for the good work you all do, Ben. And then, of course, Louisville Tourism. And Cleo, you guys got an easy product to sell here in Louisville. So nice job. It's really wonderful to see the numbers come back. And with this Derby coming up and seeing the numbers that we're used to seeing for that 2019 and past that, that's going to be a great shot in the arm for the city. So just want to say congratulations to everybody. It's wonderful to see the momentum that we've got in our city, and this is just another proof point for that. So congratulations to everybody. Great job.
Thank you, Mayor. This is obviously a big win for our city, further connecting us to the West Coast with a lot more opportunities. And as the mayor mentioned, you know, it takes a lot of folks for this to happen, one of which is LRAD and Sandra Fraser, who I'd like to introduce now. Sandra is the managing and founding member of the Tandem Public Relations, as well as a member of the Louisville Regional Airlift Development, Inc., LRAD. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, everyone, and good morning. And Dale, thanks for that lovely introduction. On behalf of LRAD, I'm honored to be here this morning and celebrate this exciting news. This service, just as your previous new flights have already been announced, will provide a strong impact on our community and our region. For those of you who are not familiar with LRAD, we're the Louisville Regional Airlift Development. We're a local group who are committed to supporting the Airport Authority in pursuing new nonstop routes like the one to San Francisco today. As Dan mentioned, the West Coast service, especially to San Francisco, is a huge deal for the community, especially for the business traveler, but also for just your recreation and pleasure traveler. This was a target city for LRAD for several years, and we're thrilled to see it arrive today, making it a reality. San Francisco is a hub of activity, and this flight will be key in helping Louisville succeed moving forward. It provides a direct connection to all the Bay Area and Northern California, including Silicon Valley, and the ever-growing tech sector. Not to mention the time it will save. The flight's 2 hours faster, at least, compared to the previous options connecting through other airports. The time saving and accessibility are key factors to so many when making business decisions or just your travel plans. Plus, it allows people to easily reach Louisville, too. For Louisville to become a top destination spot for people across the country, we must be able to offer travelers the flights to get here and experience the numerous attractions, restaurants, and opportunities that the mayor just mentioned that make Louisville so special. In fact, when Dan and his team arrived just 4 years ago, we had no West Coast or Boston service. Now, our airport offers nonstop flights to LA, with Boston coming in June, and now San Francisco starting very soon. This is how we continue the growth and positive trajectory to be that top destination for everyone to want to come to Louisville. Again, thank you for having me today. We're getting kind of used to these press conferences, so Dan, this is a high-class problem, so we just have to keep this up. This is great news for the community and the region, and congratulations to everyone on the airport team for getting this done. Thank you. Dan, it's back to you.
Thank you, Sandra. And LRAD is very important to the success of bringing in and attracting flights like this, so we appreciate all of your support. And so I'd like to thank Dan and the mayor and everybody. You know, as mentioned, this will be the first nonstop flight to San Francisco from Louisville ever. And this gives us direct access to the West Coast, and it gives Californians the opportunity to come experience Louisville and all that the state has to offer. So again, congratulations all around. Thank you all for coming and attending. And I'd like to invite the podium speakers and Anthony to come up for a quick photo.